Story 1. The Neighbor Who Collected Silence. When I moved to Alder Street, my landlord warned me, never make too much noise after midnight. Mr. Gareth collects silence. I laughed. He didn't. My new home was a small townhouse between two eccentric houses. On the left, a pink house with flamingos and strange gnomes. On the right, a tall, leaning house, Mr. Gareth's. The first time I saw him, he stood motionless on his porch, holding a small silver recorder. He didn't blink. He didn't wave. Just lifted it, as if marking my arrival. That night, around 11:40 p.m., I dropped a glass. It shattered. 15 seconds later, a slow knock. I opened the door. Mr. Gareth was there. "You dropped something," he whispered. "Be more careful. You're in my collection radius." Then he walked away. I didn't understand, but soon I would. Over the next days, strange things happened. Sneezing, a faint click outside, slamming a cabinet. Shadows flickered across my window. Laughing at a movie. The screen froze. I looked outside. There he was, pointing his recorder at my house. I shouted. He vanished into the darkness. It was impossible, unnerving, as if he was taking something from the world itself. 2 weeks in, I went to the attic. Taped to the ceiling was a small envelope. "Do not open unless he starts taking your voice." Inside, he doesn't collect objects. He collects the silence left when sounds are removed. He starts small, then bigger, then people. I nearly fell down the ladder. No birds, no insects. Even my footsteps felt muted. I told myself I was paranoid until Thursday night. At 12:30 a.m., the room felt thick, heavy. I yawned, no sound. Snapped my fingers, nothing. Clapped, nothing. The world had gone silent. And then I saw him, Mr. Gareth, corner of my bedroom, recorder in hand. His smile, the only sound. He pressed a button. A hiss filled the air. Turning the dial, he siphoned sound from me. I tried to scream, only silence in my mind. "I'm expanding my collection," he whispered. Then, he walked out. Sound returned slowly, but the memory of that silence stayed. The next afternoon I packed. Didn't care about deposits, looks, had to leave. At sunset, the landlord appeared. "I warned you," he said, then stepped aside. "Mr. Gareth." 2 recorders now, one humming, one aimed at me. I ran. Out the back, over the fence, into the street. They didn't chase. They watched, as if they'd already collected enough of me. 2 months later, I lived 3 towns over. Double-check locks, sleep with noise machines. Sometimes, late at night, a faint click, like someone pressing record. I know it's him, Mr. Gareth, and his obsession with silence, still following me. Be careful where you live. Be careful what you make noise about, because someone, somewhere, may be collecting your silence. Story 2. The Neighbor Who Stole Shadows. When I moved into Willow Lane, I noticed something odd right away. The house next door was pitch black, even at midday. No windows reflected light, no curtains moved, just darkness. The neighbor never came outside. My first sighting was strange. A man, tall, unnaturally thin, peered at me through a tiny crack in his door. No eyes, just shadowed hollows. He stepped back instantly when I blinked. That night, the streetlights flickered in a way I hadn't noticed before. Over the next week, odd things happened. My cat's shadow wouldn't follow it. My own shadow lagged behind me, like someone had pulled on it. Sometimes, when I glanced out the window, I thought I saw shapes moving across the black house's walls. Shapes that weren't mine. One evening, I called out to him, "Hey, what are you doing?" Nothing. Then a chill ran down my spine. My shadow froze, and slowly the neighbor stepped out. Or at least his shadow did. It detached from him completely, gliding toward me. It touched my feet, and suddenly I felt weightless, unreal. My shadow disappeared entirely. The air felt wrong, heavy, and yet empty. My reflection in the window was still there, but darker, distorted. I tried to scream, but the sound came out hollow, empty, like my own voice had been borrowed. I fled inside, slamming doors, lights on, but every shadow I passed stretched toward the black house. Even my neighbor's door was slightly ajar now. I peeked. Nothing human inside, just darkness moving, like it was alive. I knew then it wasn't him I was afraid of. It was what he controlled. The next morning, I found dozens of shadows trapped in jars and boxes in the basement of the black house. Shapes of people, cats, even birds, all curled into darkness. And then I saw a note. Always collect what disappears first. Shadows are easier than people, but both are necessary. My stomach turned. I realized I had to leave before my own shadow returned to that house permanently. I moved out the next day. I burn candles constantly now because shadows feel like they are still following me. Sometimes when I look outside at dusk, I swear I see one stretching from the black house, moving toward me, always moving, waiting, collecting.